Welcome, adventurer, to a world where magic is woven into the very fabric of existence and heroism springs from the most unlikely of sources. In this grand tale, you will be embodying the persona of Tiana, a half-elf of noble lineage. Tiana is a lawful neutral cleric, a devout servant of the divine balance, carrying a holy symbol as a token of her unwavering faith. Outfitted in durable scale mail, she is armed with a light crossbow, always accompanied by a quiver of 20 bolts, ready to strike should the need arise. Born of two worlds, the grace of the elves and the resilience of the humans have bestowed Tiana with keen intelligence and a robust constitution. Her wisdom score of 16 signifies a deep understanding of the world and a strong moral compass. A charm of 15 and dexterity of 12 make her a persuasive and agile figure. Tiana's noble background has given her a proficiency in persuasion, allowing her to navigate social situations with ease. Her clerical training has made her proficient in the field of religion, an expertise she often uses to understand the divine mysteries of the world. Prepare for a journey of epic proportions, as we venture into a realm of magic, mystery, and mayhem. Let the adventure begin. Let us begin. The story commences in the royal city of Eldoria, where the towering gold-gilded peaks of the castle greet the azure sky. Tiana, you find yourself in the grand audience chamber, standing before King Eldon. His stern gaze falls upon you, and he begins to speak. Tiana, as a cleric of balance and noble by birth, I trust your judgment. Disturbing news has reached us. An ancient artifact, the Orb of Serenity, has been stolen from the sacred shrine in the nearby village of Falhaven. The king's voice echoes in the cavernous hall, his usually jovial face grave with concern. The orb has kept our lands in harmony for centuries. Its absence could bring about chaos and unrest. I need you to retrieve it. The king's command hangs heavily in the silent room. The future of Eldoria might depend on your actions. You are faced with a daunting challenge. How do you respond to King Eldon's request? Bleach Demon has been chosen. Yes, my liege, I say bowing, may I have a writ from your noble hand so all may see my mission? Indeed, Tiana, I would have it no other way, King Eldon replies, his voice resonating through the grand hall. He gestures to his scribe, who quickly scribbles onto a piece of parchment. Within moments, the king hands you a sealed letter, his royal insignia, a golden lion, embossed onto the wax seal. This should grant you passage and assistance throughout the kingdom, Tiana. May the divine guide your steps. The weight of the sealed writ rests in your hand, a symbol of your duty and the king's trust in you. The journey ahead is dotted with uncertainties, but for now, your path is clear. Where do you plan to start your investigation, Tiana? Chronicles has been chosen. Go to the town market and ask around. With the royal writ in hand, you make your way towards the bustling market of Eldoria. It's a vibrant tapestry of stalls brimming with goods, colorful awnings, and lively chatter of traders haggling over prices. The smell of spiced meats wafts through the air, mingling with the scent of ripe fruits and aging parchment from the bookstall. As a cleric and a noble, you are somewhat of a known figure in Eldoria. Some recognize you and offer polite nods, while others, too engrossed in their trade, pay no attention. You decide to start by asking the traders about any recent unusual occurrences or visitors. Before you approach anyone, however, your sense of observation will be crucial. Do you want to focus on the general mood and behavior of the crowd, or would you rather look for any suspicious individuals who might be present? Bleach Demon has been chosen. I study the behavior of the crowd to see if anyone is affected by dark magic. To discern whether anyone in the crowd has been affected by dark magic, you need to channel your inner wisdom, using your divine connection to sense any disturbance in the natural flow of energies around you. Please roll a d20 to perform a wisdom, insight, check. You rolled 4. As you focus on the crowd, trying to sense any trace of dark magic, the cacophony of the market becomes overwhelming. The chatter of traders, the clinking of coins, and the hustle of people make it hard for you to concentrate. You stand in the middle of the market, eyes closed, trying to gather your thoughts and focus your divine energies. But the world outside is a bit too loud today, and you find it hard to sense any disturbances in the natural flow of energies. Still, you're undeterred. With or without sensing dark magic, you're determined to probe into the matter at hand. Who would you like to approach first in your investigation? The local fruit vendor, who seems to know everyone and everything around, or the quiet antique dealer, who seems to have an air of mystery around him? Bleach Demon has been chosen. I approach the antique dealer and greet him with the traditional Eldorian slap. With determined strides, you walk toward the corner of the market where the antique dealer's stall lies. The stall is an organized chaos of curios, knickknacks, and ancient artifacts from all around Eldoria. The dealer himself is a wiry old man with sharp eyes that seem to gleam with hidden knowledge. As you approach him, you raise your hand in the traditional Eldorian greeting, a firm slap against your own chest. The antique dealer returns the gesture with a slight nod, his eyes studying you with curiosity. With a polite smile, you introduce yourself and explain your mission, showing him the royal writ for authenticity. You note his reaction and prepare your next question. What would you like to ask him, Tiana? Bleach Demon has been chosen. Tell me about Foulhaven and its ley lines. The antique dealer's eyes gleam with interest at your question. He leans back, stroking his thin beard. Foulhaven, you say, a peaceful little village that one, built around the ancient shrine housing the orb. As for the ley lines, he rummages through his assortment of curios, finally pulling out an old, frayed map. He unrolls it on the counter, revealing a detailed map of Eldoria, marked with glowing lines. These, milady, are the ley lines. They are the veins of magic running through our land. Foulhaven lies right at the confluence of 3 such lines. It's why the shrine was built there. The magic in that place is potent. He studies you for a moment, as if weighing whether to share more. The theft of the orb, it's not just a loss of a symbol of peace. It disrupts the balance of these ley lines. Things could get a lot worse before they get better. His words hang heavy in the air, reinforcing the gravity of your mission. What would you like to do now, Tiana? Bleach Demon has been chosen. I roll up the map, and ask where WLSE the lines converge that are evil. The antique dealer raises an eyebrow at your question, clearly intrigued. He strokes his beard, considering the lay of the ley lines. To answer that, we need to delve into the realm of legends and folklore, Tiana, he says, his voice dropping to a hushed whisper. There's a place, known to few, where the ley lines converge with a dark energy. It's called the Shadowfen, located deep within the Whispering Woods to the north. The area is known for strange occurrences and it's said to be haunted by malevolent spirits. Not much is known beyond these tales as few dare to venture there, he adds, his gaze serious. If you're considering going there, be careful. The Whispering Woods are not welcoming to outsiders. With this ominous advice, he hands the map back to you. You now have a potential lead, but it's worth remembering the dangers that lie ahead. Are you ready to venture into the Whispering Woods, Tiana, or is there something else you'd like to do first? The dealer chuckles lightly, the wrinkles around his eyes deepening. Ah, Tiana, the world is rarely as we wish it to be. If you go south, you will eventually reach the Crystal Sands, a desert of shimmering glass-like grains. It's a marvel to behold, but as far as I know, no ley lines converge there. But, he adds, tapping a finger on the map, there's a place called Marrow Deep, an ancient crypt located to the south of Eldoria. Long forgotten by many, local legends speak of magical artifacts buried with the old kings. It's not directly related to the ley lines, but who knows what you could find there. Now, you have two leads, each tantalizing in its own right, the foreboding Shadowfen to the north and the mysterious Marrowdeep to the south. Which path do you choose, Tiana? Bleach Demon has been chosen. I slap the dealer across the face in thanks, and venture into the woods. Caught slightly off guard by your unconventional expression of gratitude, the antique dealer nonetheless chuckles heartily. "Ah, adventurers, always full of surprises," he says, rubbing his cheek and smiling in amusement. "Godspeed, Tiana." With a newfound resolve, you set off towards the Whispering Woods. The dense woodland is filled with ancient trees, their towering forms creating a canopy that dapples the forest floor with shifting patterns of sunlight. A sense of foreboding hangs in the air, untouched by the serene beauty surrounding you. As you journey deeper, the silence of the woods is occasionally broken by the rustle of leaves and the faint whispering of the wind. Are these the woods' natural sounds, or is there some truth to the tales of the spirits that supposedly haunt these lands? You clutch your holy symbol, seeking comfort from its familiar touch. But your journey has just begun. What would you like to do now, Tiana? J.G. Snyder has been chosen. Go fishing. You spot a serene pond nestled amidst a grove of willow trees, their drooping branches creating a calming atmosphere. It's as if the world has given you a small pocket of tranquility amidst the encroaching eeriness of the Whispering Woods. Kneeling by the bank, you fashion a makeshift fishing rod from a sturdy branch and a vine, using a shiny trinket from your pocket as bait. The peace of the act, the rhythmic lapping of the water against the shore, offers a soothing respite from the weight of your mission. As you sit there, lost in the simple joy of fishing, you can't help but wonder about your looming journey into the Shadowfen. Do you wish to stay here a little longer, Tiana, or prepare to venture deeper into the Whispering Woods? You see why IBDA1 has been chosen. Pee in the water. Then take a nap. Taking advantage of the momentary respite and the seclusion offered by the serene grove, you decide to, well, mark your territory in the pond. The fish dart away, momentarily taken aback by the sudden intrusion. Once you've attended to nature's call, you find a soft patch of grass under the shade of a willow tree. Draped in the soft rustling of leaves and the gentle lullaby of a distant bird, you allow yourself to relax, closing your eyes for a much-needed rest. As you drift into a light sleep, the cool breeze of the woods and the absence of the market's cacophony offer a comforting serenity. But in these woods, anything can happen at any time. The question is, Tiana, how long do you want to sleep for, considering that you are in the potentially dangerous Whispering Woods? Bleach Demon has been chosen. I wake after an hour, throw dynamite into the pond and continue my journey to the heart of the dark woods. After a brief reprieve from your journey, you awaken from your nap feeling somewhat refreshed. With a devilish grin, you pull out a stick of dynamite from your pack. Clerics in Eldoria always come prepared, and toss it into the pond. With a muffled thud and a geyser of water, the placid pond erupts, sending shocked fish raining down around you. You chuckle at the chaos, pick up a stunned fish for dinner, and continue your trek deeper into the Whispering Woods. As you venture further into the heart of the woods, the trees grow denser, their gnarled branches reaching out like skeletal hands. The whispers grow louder, almost as if the woods themselves are speaking to you. Suddenly, you feel a chill run down your spine. The whispers seem to grow louder, more insistent. You find yourself standing at the proverbial mouth of the beast, the entrance to the Shadowfen. What is your next move, Tiana? You see why IBDA1 has been chosen. Pray to the oldest and most powerful Eldorian god, the Bleach Demon, for advice. Feeling the ominous presence of the Shadowfen before you, you kneel, your fingers brushing the cold soil as you clasp your holy symbol. You offer a prayer to the Bleach Demon, one of the oldest and most powerful gods of Eldorian lore. Known as the Purifier, the Bleach Demon is believed to cleanse all that is tainted or corrupt. As a cleric, praying is more than a mere ritual for you, it's a communion with the divine. You lay your fears and hopes at the feet of your deity, seeking guidance in this perilous journey. Please roll a d20 for a religion check to see if your prayer reaches the Bleach Demon. You've rolled 1. As you pour your heart into the prayer, an unexpected gust of wind sweeps through the woods. It howls around you, whipping your hair and cloak into a frenzy. Your words are snatched away by the wind, scattered into the dense foliage. Despite your fervent pleas and earnest faith, you feel a disconnection, a silence from the divine realm that leaves you uneasy. It's as if the bleach demon, or perhaps the entire divine cosmos, is momentarily beyond your reach. The wind dies down as abruptly as it had begun, leaving a chilling silence in its wake. The woods seem darker, the shadows deeper, and the path to the Shadowfen even more menacing. The result of your prayer leaves you a bit disoriented, but you know you can't give up. You have a mission to complete, gods or no gods. What will you do next, Tiana? Bleach Demon has been chosen. I realize that the evil crow has swept the words from my lips. I venture deeper into the woods hoping to befriend a bobcat. The thought of the crow, a trickster god often associated with mischief and chaos, interfering with your prayer unsettles you. But it also firms your resolve. With a newfound determination, you step into the depths of the Shadowfen, your eyes keenly searching for signs of life amidst the gloomy undergrowth. A low growl to your left catches your attention. Crouching behind a thick bush, you spot a bobcat, its tawny fur almost blending with the fallen leaves. Its green eyes study you with curiosity, and you feel a sense of kinship with this creature of the wild. In order to befriend the bobcat, you'll need to approach it carefully, displaying no threat. Roll a d20 for an animal handling check. You rolled 8. As you step forward slowly, maintaining eye contact with the bobcat, you extend a hand out, palm facing downward in a non-threatening gesture. You murmur soothing words, hoping to convey your peaceful intentions. The bobcat watches you, its eyes flicking between your hand and your face. It doesn't bolt, but neither does it approach. It seems wary, maintaining a safe distance despite your attempts. You've neither frightened it away nor won its trust completely. It remains a potential ally, watching you with wary curiosity from the undergrowth. Do you wish to try again to befriend the bobcat, or do you want to continue your journey deeper into the Shadowfen, Tiana? J.G. Snyder has been chosen. Give the cat your fish. Remembering the fish you caught earlier, you slowly retrieve it from your pack. You toss it gently towards the bobcat, the fish landing a few feet away from it. The bobcat's eyes dart to the fish, then back to you, its muscles tensed as it decides whether to trust this unexpected gift. After a tense moment, it cautiously moves forward, sniffing at the fish before sinking its teeth into it. As it enjoys its meal, the bobcat seems to regard you with less suspicion. While it hasn't fully warmed up to you, your gesture has certainly improved its disposition towards you. With this small victory, do you wish to spend more time with the bobcat, or will you continue your journey deeper into the Shadowfen, Tiana? Jonathan Crow has been chosen. Spawn unlimited cheese wheels. With a wry smile, you reach into your pack. As a cleric, you have a few tricks up your sleeve, and spawning cheese wheels is one of them, albeit an unusual one. You mutter a quick incantation, raising your holy symbol. Suddenly, your pack begins to bulge and overflow with a seemingly endless supply of cheese wheels. They thump onto the ground, rolling in every direction. The sight of so many cheese wheels appearing from nowhere is certainly a spectacle. The bobcat, momentarily startled, watches with wide eyes before cautiously approaching a wheel and sniffing it. The sight of this wild creature examining the cheese wheel with curiosity brings a chuckle to your lips. The woods just got a whole lot cheesier. What would you like to do next, Tiana? Are you ready to continue your journey, or do you want to see what the bobcat does with its newfound dairy bounty? Bleach Demon has been chosen. I watch as the bobcat juggles the cheese wheels. To your surprise and delight, the bobcat seems to be intrigued by the abundance of cheese wheels. It carefully bats at one with its paw, sending it rolling. Then, with a quick pounce, it knocks another one into the air, displaying an uncanny sense of timing and dexterity. For a moment, you forget about your surroundings, the weight of your mission, and the ominous Shadowfen. Instead, you find yourself laughing, mesmerized by the unexpected show. The bobcat, it seems, is quite the entertainer, a jester in the heart of the Whispering Woods. After a while, the bobcat tires of its unusual game and returns to its meal, leaving the cheese wheels scattered around. You've shared a rare moment of amusement in these foreboding woods. What will you do next, Tiana? Would you like to continue your journey into the Shadowfen or spend more time in this unexpected bubble of levity? Bleach Demon has been chosen. I follow the cat Tote Shadowfen. With a deep breath, you gather your things, leaving the cheese wheels as parting gifts for your new friend. As you rise, the bobcat looks at you, its eyes meeting yours. With a nod, you gesture towards the heart of the Shadowfen. To your surprise, the bobcat appears to understand your intention. It rises, its sleek form blending into the shadows as it begins to move deeper into the woods. With one last look at your impromptu picnic site, you follow the bobcat, your steps echoing in the eerie silence of the Shadowfen. The further you venture, the denser the woods become. The undergrowth thickens, and the whispers seem to grow quieter, as though the woods themselves are holding their breath. The path before you is unclear, shrouded in darkness and uncertainty. Will you light a torch to see your path better, or do you prefer to rely on your natural half-elf night vision, keeping your presence as unnoticeable as possible? Bleach Demon has been chosen. I continue without light or flame, peering into the dark wood. Relying on your keen half-elf night vision, you decide to venture further without the aid of light. The darkness blankets you, but your eyes adjust, sharpening shadows and shapes into recognizable forms. The bobcat moves like a wraith ahead of you, its form fleeting and ethereal in the shadowy underbrush. As you delve deeper into the woods, your senses heighten. The rustling leaves, the distant hoot of an owl, all become part of the symphony of the night that guides you. Apart from the bobcat leading the way, you feel a divine pull, an invisible thread leading you further into the heart of the Shadowfen. As you navigate through the undergrowth and over gnarled roots, you begin to notice an odd glow up ahead. It's not the soft white of moonlight but a sickly green, seeping through the trees like a poisonous fog. Do you want to proceed towards the light, Tiana, or would you prefer to explore around a bit more before confronting what lies ahead? J.G. Snyder has been chosen. Go get a sniff of the forest wraps. With the bobcat by your side, you take a moment to pause, closing your eyes and taking a deep breath. The forest wraps, the unique, earthy scent of the whispering woods, fill your senses. It's a complex aroma, a blend of moss, damp earth, and the wild greenery unique to the Shadowfen. However, as the wind shifts, another scent reaches you. It's a faint whiff of decay, carried on the eerie green light's breeze, a stark contrast to the otherwise pristine forest aroma. This unsettling scent seems to be seeping out from deeper within the Shadowfen, tainting the very air. With this new information, do you proceed towards the source of the decay, or would you prefer to investigate the odd green light more closely, Tiana? Bleach Demon has been chosen. I determine that the smell is Dutch perfume, and near the stagnant light. The peculiar scent tickles your memory, and suddenly it clicks, Dutch perfume, a rare and potent fragrance that's not native to the Eldorian region. Intrigued by this new discovery, you decide to investigate the source of the sickly green light. As you approach, you realize the glow emanates from a small clearing where a number of luminescent mushrooms thrive. The green light flickers subtly, casting an eerie glow on the surrounding tree trunks and underbrush. It's an unsettling but also strangely mesmerizing sight. Unseen in the shadowy undergrowth, something rustles. It's soft, almost drowned out by the nocturnal symphony, but to your sharp ears, it's a clear sign of movement. What do you do next, Tiana? Will you investigate the noise or focus on the glowing mushrooms? You see why IBDA1 has been chosen. You remember that an old friend Maureen the T-Rex often wore Dutch perfume and call out to her. A faint smile tugs at your lips as you recall Maureen, the T-Rex, and her peculiar fondness for Dutch perfume. Taking a deep breath, you call out into the gloom, "Maureen. Is that you?" Your voice echoes through the dense woods, the name, Maureen, hanging in the air like a tangible presence. The rustling noise abruptly stops, replaced by a heavy silence. The tension is thick, your senses on high alert as you await a response. Please roll a d20 for a perception check. You rolled 15. Your voice echoes through the eerie silence. The luminescent mushrooms seem to pulse in rhythm with your heartbeat as you strain your ears for a response. Suddenly, there's a crunch of undergrowth, and out of the shadows lumbers an imposing figure. The moonlight breaks through the canopy, illuminating the figure, a female T-Rex. She looks around, a hint of confusion in her eyes before they land on you. Recognition flashes, and a low, rumbling growl vibrates through the air. It's not a growl of aggression, but of greeting. In the heart of the Shadowfen, you found Maureen, your unlikely old friend, attracted by the same scent of Dutch perfume that led you here. However, the source of the perfume and why Maureen is here remains a mystery. What will you do next, Tiana? Would you like to investigate the source of the Dutch perfume or catch up with Maureen? Maureen Peters has been chosen. Try to feed myself to Maureen, since she must be hungry. A sudden and quite unusual impulse seizes you, to feed yourself to Maureen. However, you remember that despite Maureen's carnivorous nature, you've always been more of a friend than food to her. Moreover, as a cleric with an admirable wisdom score, you understand the value of your life, not just for your sake, but for the mission entrusted to you by King Eldon. Your life is not just your own, the fate of Eldoria hinges on your survival. Seeing Maureen again after all this time is indeed a wonderful surprise, but you have a mission to complete. The question remains, Tiana, will you continue to search for the source of the Dutch perfume, or do you have a different plan in mind? J.G. Snyder has been chosen. Use magic to fuse the T-Rex and the Bobcat. Your request to magically fuse Maureen the T-Rex and the Bobcat is quite extraordinary. Magic in Eldoria, while wondrous and powerful, has its limitations and ethical guidelines. Performing such a fusion not only requires a high level of magical power but also raises ethical concerns around altering creatures against their will. As a cleric of balance, such actions may go against your principles and your dedication to maintaining the natural order. However, considering your alignment and background, you might be able to persuade Maureen and the Bobcat to cooperate with each other and work as a team instead. Would you like to attempt to persuade him to cooperate, Tiana, or do you wish to pursue a different course of action? Maureen Peters has been chosen. Ask Maureen to eat the Bobcat, since she must be hungry. You look at Maureen, then at the Bobcat. As a cleric, you've always strived to maintain balance and respect for all life forms. The idea of feeding the Bobcat to Maureen seems in stark contrast to these principles. Moreover, the Bobcat, albeit a simple creature of the woods, has earned your trust and shown you a surprising level of companionship. Before deciding, you need to consider your actions and the potential consequences. Feeding the Bobcat to Maureen could disturb the delicate balance of life here. Furthermore, it may affect your standing with the creatures of these woods and potentially even with your deity. Are you sure you want to go through with this, Tiana, or would you like to consider other options? J.G. Snyder has been chosen. Do a fusion dance with the Bobcat and the T-Rex if they are willing. Your unusual request surprises even the silent woods. You explain your idea to Maureen and the Bobcat, using expressive gestures and patient words. Their eyes watch you, wide with confusion and curiosity. Please roll a d20 for a charisma, persuasion, check to convince them to participate in your fusion dance. You rolled 14. With a roll of 14, you present your case convincingly, expressing your desire for unity and cooperation. Maureen, the T-Rex, gives a low rumble of agreement, while the Bobcat responds with a sharp nod. You find a relatively open space and start with the basic steps of the Eldorian fusion dance, a rhythmic sequence of twirls and leaps. Gradually, Maureen and the Bobcat join in, trying to mimic your movements with various degrees of success. What ensues is a fascinating, if somewhat chaotic, dance routine in the heart of the Whispering Woods. The fusion dance, while not magically fusing you three into one being, successfully strengthens the bond between you. The unique experience seems to have brought a sense of unity and trust amongst you. With this newfound camaraderie, what will you do next, Tiana? Bleach Demon has been chosen. I cry out in amazement that I too have been fused with the abomination. We are now Legion. We must find and consume the orb. Your declaration rings out, echoing through the woods. We are now Legion, you proclaim, your voice filled with newfound purpose. Maureen and the Bobcat, now your companions in this fused entity you've named Legion, seem to understand your resolve. The task ahead is clear: find and consume the Orb of Serenity. Surely, this will restore balance to Eldoria. With the Bobcat's agility, Maureen's strength, and your wisdom and magic, you feel a surge of confidence. The scent of the Dutch perfume is still lingering in the air, a trail leading deeper into the woods. It's possible that it could lead you to the stolen orb. Do you, as Legion, follow the scent deeper into the woods, or do you have another course in mind? J.G. Snyder has been chosen. Follow the scent to find the orb and consume it. As Legion, you venture deeper into the Shadowfen, the scent of Dutch perfume leading your way. The Bobcat, with its keen sense of smell, takes the lead, with Maureen stomping at the rear, her massive form causing the ground to tremble with each step. After what feels like hours, the scent leads you to a decrepit stone shrine, half hidden by the overgrown foliage. A cold, eerie light emanates from within, painting the surrounding trees in an otherworldly glow. It's the same light you've seen before, the light of the stolen Orb of Serenity. And standing there, bathed in the orb's glow, is a figure you didn't expect. A figure you know all too well. What will you do next, Legion? How will you approach this figure and the Orb of Serenity? J.G. Snyder has been chosen. Kiss the figure. Your long-lost love. Recognition floods through Legion as you see the figure. It's your long-lost love, a person you thought you'd never see again, standing before the Orb of Serenity in an ancient, forgotten shrine. Driven by a surge of emotion, you step forward. Maureen and the Bobcat seem to understand, providing a silent support as you approach your lost love. As you get closer, your heart pounding in your chest, you lean in, capturing their lips in a soft, longing kiss. The world around you fades away in that moment. You're not Legion, you're not in the Whispering Woods, you're not on a mission. You're just you, reunited with your lost love. But the moment is fleeting, and reality reasserts itself all too quickly. You're still Legion, and you're still on a mission to restore balance to Eldoria by consuming the orb. What will you do next, Legion? Will you reveal your mission to your lost love, or do you have a different course of action in mind? You see why IBDA-1 has been chosen. The three of you surround them and eat them so that they may join our legion. All will be consumed. Your declaration, echoing ominously within the shrine, sends a chilling thrill down your spine. All will be consumed, you say, your voice a blend of Maureen's rumbling growl, the bobcat's throaty purr, and your own steady tone. As Legion, you move to surround your long-lost love. The sight of the three of you advancing must be daunting, but they stand the ground, their eyes meeting yours with a mixture of confusion and determination. Remember, Legion, you're a cleric of balance. Your actions now could have far-reaching consequences. Are you certain you want to proceed with this course of action? Bleach Demon has been chosen. I realize that this is really a Green Ape, not MYT lover. As you draw closer, you suddenly realize that this isn't your long-lost love. The hazy glow of the Orb of Serenity, combined with the emotional whirlwind of this mission, has played tricks on your perception. The figure before you is not a person, but a giant ape, its enormous form barely fitting within the confines of the shrine. It's a startling sight, the ape somehow appearing both threatening and bewildered. How will you handle this unexpected development, Legion? Will you confront the giant ape, or do you have another course of action in mind? You see why IBDA-1 has been chosen. Eat the stupid monkey. All will be consumed. Then continue to the orb. Emboldened by your united purpose, you, Maureen and the Bobcat, collectively Legion, advance on the giant ape. With a primal roar, Maureen lunges forward, her mighty jaws snapping at the ape. The Bobcat darts in from the side, its razor-sharp claws slashing. And you, channeling divine energy, sear into the ape with bolts of sacred fire. Roll a d20 for a combined attack roll to see if your attempts to consume the giant ape are successful. You rolled 18. With a roll of 18, Legion's combined attack is a force to be reckoned with. Maureen's mighty jaws clamp onto the giant ape, the bobcat's claws slash through its thick fur, and your sacred fire sears its flesh. The ape roars in pain and confusion, but it's quickly overwhelmed by your relentless assault. Despite its size and strength, the giant ape stands no chance against Legion. In a final, triumphant moment, you've managed to subdue and, indeed, consume it. The phrase, "all will be consumed," rings truer than ever. With the giant ape dealt with, you turn your attention to the glowing orb of serenity, its ethereal light pulsing in the heart of the shrine. You're one step closer to fulfilling your mission. What will you do next, Legion? Is it time to confront the orb? Patron has been chosen. Consume the orb. There is a moment of shared understanding amongst Legion. The time has come. Your journey, all the challenges and surprise encounters, have led to this moment. The pulsating glow of the Orb of Serenity illuminates the shrine, casting long, distorted shadows. As one, Legion steps forward. Maureen, the mighty T-Rex, lowers her head, opening her maw wide. The bobcat leaps onto Maureen's head, eyes locked onto the orb. As for you, Tiana, you raise your arms and call forth your divine power, preparing to envelope the orb. In a heartbeat, everything becomes silent. The whispers of the woods, the distant rustle of leaves, even the very air seems to hold its breath as Legion engages in the final act of consumption. Please roll a d20 for a final check to determine the success of your mission. You rolled 4. As Legion lunges forward to consume the Orb of Serenity, something goes awry. Whether it is the divine intervention of the gods, the orb's inherent power, or some residual magic in the shrine, you're not sure. But with a roll of 4, your attempt fails. There's a blinding, searing flash of light. A shockwave throws you back, and for a moment, the world goes white. When your vision clears, you find yourself lying on the ground, your head throbbing with pain. Maureen and the bobcat are sprawled nearby, slowly stirring. The Orb of Serenity, previously pulsating with light, now lies dim and silent on the Bleach Demon has been chosen. The great and wise Bleach Demon appears shouting, "Homie, don't play dat," and bonks me. Just as you're trying to comprehend what went wrong, a bright light fills the shrine. It's not the same as the orb's glow, this light is pure and blindingly white. As your eyes adjust, an enormous figure takes shape. It's the Bleach Demon, the purifier, the deity you've prayed to. With a booming voice that echoes through the woods, it shouts, "Homie, don't play dat," and, to your utmost surprise, it bonks you on the head with a large, spectral hand. The blow isn't harmful, but it certainly gets your attention. The bleached demon's spectral form hovers above you, a stern look on its divine face. It seems your journey and mission are far from over. What will you do next, Tiana, now that the bleached demon has made a personal appearance? Bleach demon has been chosen. I pray the bleach demon free me of this evil I have become. Your plea reverberates throughout the shrine, your words carrying the weight of your regret and desperation. Free me of this evil I have become, you implore, your gaze locked onto the bleach demon's spectral form. As a cleric, you understand the divine's intricate balance better than most. You've strayed from your path, letting power and unity cloud your judgment, but now you seek redemption. The bleach demon's stern gaze softens, its divine aura enveloping you. Please roll a d20 for a final religion check to see if your plea is answered. You rolled 7. With a roll of 7, your plea echoes into the silence of the shrine. The bleach demon, once a stern figure of divinity, is now silent, its gaze inscrutable. For a moment, you fear your plea has fallen on deaf ears, that you're doomed to remain as legion. But then, the bleach demon stirs, its spectral form shimmering as it reaches out, laying a divine hand upon your head. A rush of power courses through you. It's not harsh or punishing, but gentle, like the caress of a cleansing wave. The essence of Maureen and the bobcat, once fused with your own, is slowly peeled away, their forms materializing next to you. When the light fades, you're left kneeling in the shrine, the weight of legion lifted from your shoulders. You're no longer an abomination, but Tiana, a cleric of balance. But the journey has left its mark on you, and the lessons you've learned will not be forgotten. Whether the bleach demon heard your plea or it was the natural conclusion of your journey, you cannot tell. But you've been given a second chance, and you intend to make the most. Based Ape has been chosen. Take the power of the orb and the demon, I return to Eldoria. King Eldon is corrupt and evil. I will overthrow him and become queen. With renewed determination, you rise to your feet. You look at the orb of serenity, its glow dim but not extinguished. You reach out, taking it in your hands. Its power pulses against your skin, a dormant force waiting to be harnessed. The image of King Eldon flashes in your mind. The once trusted leader now tainted by suspicion. His actions, his orders, all seem to carry a hidden agenda. If he is indeed corrupt, the people of Eldoria deserve better. With the orb's power and the divine favor of the Bleach Demon, you resolve to return to Eldoria. You have a mission. Not King Eldon's mission, but your own. To seek the truth, to expose corruption, and if necessary, to take the throne. Your journey is far from over, Tiana. As you step out of the shrine, the Whispering Woods seem less foreboding. Anew. Catherine Ichi has been chosen. Anew. Path lies before you, leading back to Eldoria, to the familiar halls of the castle, and the throne which might soon be yours. The woods, once a menacing labyrinth, now seem to part before you, almost as if acknowledging your newfound purpose. The Bobcat and Maureen, once part of Legion, now stand by your side as your companions. Their loyalty, earned through the trials of the Shadowfen, will be invaluable in the challenges to come. As you embark on this new journey, you are not alone. You have your faithful companions, the power of the orb, and the divine favor of the Bleach Demon. More importantly, you have a clear purpose. As the Bleach Demon has been chosen. I burst into the throne room, and challenge the corrupt king to Eldroin ritual of combat, twerking to the death. Arriving back in Eldoria, you march straight into the castle, your purpose unwavering and your determination burning bright. The guards barely have time to react as you stride past them, your companions flanking you. Bursting into the throne room, you find King Eldon seated on his throne, surrounded by his court. Your sudden entry sends a shockwave through the room, conversations dying out as all eyes turn to you. Ignoring the startled gasps and whispers, you lock your gaze with King Eldon's. I challenge you, King Eldon, to the ancient Eldorian ritual of combat, you declare, your voice echoing in the grand room. Twerking, to the death. A stunned silence follows your proclamation. The ancient ritual, despite its somewhat amusing name, is a serious and deadly contest. It is a test of endurance, rhythm, and willpower. Bleach Demon has been chosen. So it begins. Your declaration reverberates through the grand throne room, as King Eldon slowly rises from his throne, a glint of intrigue in his eyes. So be it, Tiana, he replies, his voice echoing your determination, let the ritual commence. The courtiers hastily clear a space in the middle of the room, their faces a mix of shock, anticipation, and morbid curiosity. A hush falls over the room as you and King Eldon take your places opposite each other. The ancient Eldorian ritual of twerking to the death is about to begin. A courtier bangs a ceremonial drum, the rhythmic sound pulsing through the room. As the rhythm picks up, you and King Eldon begin to move. Bleach Demon has been chosen. I pray the Bleach Demon aid me in making the booty pop. As the rhythmic beat of the ceremonial drum echoes through the room, you close your eyes, swaying to the rhythm. You call upon the Bleach Demon, not for power or protection, but for the divine ability to twerk. Mighty Bleach Demon, you pray silently, grant me the power to make the booty pop. Please roll a d20 for a charisma performance check to see how well your prayer is answered. You rolled 7. As you sway to the rhythm, you feel the divine energy of the Bleach Demon course through you, infusing you with a power that is both unfamiliar and exhilarating. With a roll of 7, your movements are not as precise or impactful as you hoped, but you give it your all. Despite your fervent prayer, the twerking comes somewhat unnaturally to you. You're a cleric, not a dancer, and the intricate motions of the dance challenge your dexterity. However, your determination drives you on, and you manage to hold your ground. King Eldon, on the other hand, surprisingly seems to be an experienced twerker. His movements are smooth and rhythmic, his performance steadily gaining him favor with the spectators. The twerk-off is far from over, and the stakes are higher than ever. What will you do next, Tiana? Will you continue the dance, or do you have a different plan in mind? You see why IBDA1 has been chosen. Tell the king that he's a worthy adversary. Then stab him. As you continue the dance, you muster the strength to speak. You are a worthy adversary, King Eldon, you admit, your voice loud enough for him and the spectators to hear. Suddenly, you stop dancing. Your hand slips to your side, grasping the hilt of a concealed dagger. In a flash, you lunge forward, aiming for the king. Roll a d20 for an attack roll. Your aim is true, but the success of your attack depends on the roll. You rolled 20. With a roll of 20, your surprise attack is a critical success. The room gasps as you lunge, your dagger slicing through the air. King Eldon barely has time to react, his eyes widening in shock as the blade finds its mark. Your dagger pierces the king's royal attire, drawing blood. He stumbles back, clutching his side as his courtiers cry out in dismay. The twerking competition is forgotten in the wake of your sudden attack. As Eldon crumples to the floor, the room descends into chaos. You stand in the middle of it all, your heart pounding in your chest, your mission seemingly accomplished. But what will you do now, Tiana? The throne of Eldoria is within your reach, but so is the wrath of the royal court. Jonathan Crow has been chosen. I call the King's Wound, bonus hole, and disco dance into the shadows like a sneak thief, Bobcat dancing with me. Standing over the fallen king, you quip, consider that a bonus hole, Eldon, before stepping back. The room is in shock, the confusion and panic providing the perfect cover for your exit. With a quick gesture, you beckon the Bobcat to your side. It responds instantly, falling into rhythm with you as you both break into a spontaneous disco dance, adding to the confusion. As you twirl and gyrate through the stunned crowd, your movements blend into a dance of shadows, the dim light of the throne room providing the perfect cover. Your exit is as dramatic as your entrance, leaving the court in chaos and disbelief. Once outside the throne room, you quickly blend into the castle's labyrinthine corridors, leaving behind the life of a noble and cleric and embracing a new path, a path of subterfuge and rebellion. Your journey is far from over, Tiana. New adventures await in the shadows. Having left the throne room in disarray, you, Tiana, along with your Bobcat companion, re-emerge in the courtyard, where Maureen, the T-Rex, has been waiting. You share the events with her, recounting your dance-off, your surprise attack, and your dramatic exit. As the news settles in, an unexpected decision is made. Maureen, with her immense strength and imposing presence, will ascend to the throne of Eldoria. Given the chaos within the castle, there's little resistance as she claims her new title. As for you and the Bobcat, you slip into the roles of her loyal servants, guiding her rule from the shadows. Thus, a new era begins in Eldoria, with a T-Rex queen on the throne and 2 unlikely heroes pulling the strings behind the scenes. It's an unprecedented turn of events, stirring a blend of fear and awe among the kingdom's denizens. As you stand by Maureen's side, you can't help but wonder what the future holds for Eldoria. But one thing is certain, your adventures are far from over. As your journey comes to a close, the sounds of your victorious battle still echoing in the Grand Hall, you can't help but feel a sense of accomplishment. You've faced perilous odds and emerged victorious, leaving a trail of defeated foes in your wake. The world you've ventured through has changed, and so have you. You feel a sense of closure, a chapter of your story has ended, but another is just beginning. The world is vast, filled with unexplored territories, hidden treasures, and unknown dangers. And you, as the hero of this tale, are ready to face whatever comes next. Rejoice, brave traveler, for you have proven yourself worthy of legend. Your tale will be told in hushed whispers around fires, in grand halls, and among the stars themselves. You have not merely survived, you have thrived. Thank you for being a part of this incredible journey. Your bravery and quick thinking have truly made this an epic adventure. If you enjoyed this journey and want to support more like these, consider supporting via Patreon. Your contribution helps to maintain the wonder and excitement of these storytelling experiences. Also, show your love for this channel by liking and subscribing. Remember, the adventure never truly ends. It merely awaits your return. Until then, traveler,